The Biden administration and the Republican governor of Texas butting heads once again on immigration.
We are building a new Texas military department base camp.
Governor Greg Abbott announcing plans for a base to house up to 1,800 National Guard troops in Eagle Pass, Texas.
It will increase the speed and flexibility of the Texas National Guard to be able to respond to crossings.
New Pew Research analysis of government data shows 2023 ended with more migrant encounters than any month on record, almost 250,000 in December alone. In Washington, President Biden denouncing House Republicans for refusing to take up a bipartisan Senate bill that would reform the asylum process and other immigration policy and provide aid to Ukraine, Israel, the Indo-Pacific, and civilians in Gaza.
So I call on the Speaker to let the full House speak its mind and not allow a minority of most extreme voices in the House to block this bill even from being voted on.
Much more has to be done, of course, to secure the border, and what the Senate produced this week is silent on that issue.
Some conservative lawmakers threatened to remove Mike Johnson as Speaker of the House if he brings it up for a vote.
Yeah, I mean, multiple of my colleagues have already promised that. I believe that it's not an empty threat.
Meanwhile, a bipartisan group in the House is working on a Plan B, a narrower border for an aid bill without humanitarian aid for Gaza and Ukraine. But Congress is on their President's Day recess for the next 2 weeks. When they return, they have just a matter of days to prevent a partial government shutdown. Members of the Conservative Freedom Caucus pushing Johnson to bundle the GOP's strict border control bill to a budget extension to keep the government open. While they're home for recess, lawmakers likely hearing from constituents about Washington's inaction. 80% say the U.S. government is doing a bad job of dealing with the large number of migrants at the border, according to a Pew Research poll, reaching the highest level of dissatisfaction among Democrats since President Biden took office. In Washington, I'm Atrell Nashar reporting.